I'm playing with fire. I'm getting so close. Got so much desire. So I am never letting go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nand Javia and I'm a former international student who studied in America on a full scholarship, and I make a lot of videos to help other international students to study abroad and get a full scholarship. I also select a few high achieving students every year through my program to help them support through the entire scholarship process. So please go check out my website www.nandjavia.com and register for a Zoom session and get all the information on there to be able to start your process if you think that you are one of those high achieving students. In today's video, we're going to be talking about early action, early decision 2, and regular decision. When you're applying to universities in America, you have a number of different options for the deadlines. Now, most universities have more than one application deadline. What it means is that you can select which application deadline you would like to apply for. Conventionally, most students apply only for regular decision, but a lot of students also apply to early decision and early actions. Okay, now it can be very confusing because universities can have different names and different ways of explaining what early action and early decision is. So in this video, I'm just going to talk in layman's term about what it means to apply early decision or early action. All right, let's start with early action. So anything with early action or early decision, in most universities, the deadline for early action and early decision is 1st November. And this is the 1st November before in the previous year of the year that you're thinking about going to America. So for example, if you would like to go to America in 2024, August, then you need to apply in November 2023. So 1 year, almost like 8 months in advance or something. And this is when you would be applying for your early action or early decision program. Now, early action is non-binding and early decision is a binding deadline. Let me explain what that means, all right? Listen to me carefully. Early action is a program where it is non-binding, so which means that if the university accepts you, you are not bound to go to that university. You can still select to go to another university which will accept you later. But early decision is binding, which means that if they accept you, then you have to go to that university. And this is a very serious deal because when you're applying early decision to a certain university, you will need to sign a contract, your counselor will need to sign a contract, and also your parents will need to sign a contract. So it's a pretty serious deal where they're taking 3 signatures on contracts to, and these are all virtual signatures, but it's still you're telling the university that you are my number one choice, and if you accept me, then I will be going to your institution. I will not be looking at other institution. In fact, most universities will also ask you to withdraw all the other applications if you get selected for your early decision university. Now, for early action, you are still showing the university that you are interested in the university. You have done the research much earlier than the regular application deadline, and you have also looked at everything. You have finished your application before the 1st November deadline, and you have applied to the university. It's just that that one little step is missing. So you're not signing a contract saying that if you're accepted, then you will go there. That's the only little difference between early action and early decision. A lot of international students make a big mistake. All right, I personally feel like it's a mistake because I made this mistake myself, and I see hundreds, if not hundreds and hundreds of students make this mistake all the time. Is they apply early decision to Ivy League universities. I cannot overemphasize how I don't know, not smart, I want to use the word stupid, but it's a very bad move to apply to Ivy League universities for early decision. Ivy Leagues are already extremely difficult to get into, and wasting your early decision chance, like that one chance that you have to apply early decision to a university on an Ivy League university, is going to be very it's difficult, you know. I personally feel like there are a lot of other options. America itself has more than 5,500 universities, and there are tons of other universities. If you think that you're a high achieving student, then I feel like there are tons of other universities which will be able to offer you a scholarship, a full scholarship or a partial scholarship or something. If you apply their early decision, if you just take that one extra step to show them that you are really interested in that university and you really want that scholarship, then a lot of universities will actually go above and beyond to help you get that scholarship. But a lot of students make this mistake because it's in the society, you know, we learn about applying early to Ivy Leagues and stuff, and that's what ends up happening. But sorry, I went off a tangent, but that's a mistake that I think a lot of students make. I highly encourage you to look into other universities and still apply to Harvard, Stanford, and all these universities if you'd like to, but apply for them in regular decision because these are extremely competitive universities. So applying there early is not necessarily going to increase a lot of your chances of getting scholarships. Now let's talk about early decision 2. Early decision 2 is something that some universities offer and some don't. Early decision 2 basically is similar to early decision. It is a binding program, but the deadline is much later. So the deadline is not in November, it's usually in December or January, and it is still telling the university that you are my first choice. If you accept me, then I will be going to your university, and I will withdraw all the other applications later. But it's basically telling the university that you are my choice, although I could not apply in the first November deadline, but I'm applying to you now and still applying with all the other regular application candidates. But I'm still telling you that you are my number one choice, and if I'm accepted, then I will go to your university. Now let's come to the regular decision application, and the most popular application amongst most international students. And the reason why this is the most popular application for most international students is because a lot of international students do not start their applications early enough. Okay, for early decision and early action for the first November deadline, I personally feel like you at least need to start your applications by 1st August to give it 3 months before you can submit the application, because there are a lot of moving parts of the applications which will take a lot of time. Now, if you're able to take that 3 months to submit a fantastic, well-crafted application, then it's good enough. But a lot of international students just do not know that the applications in America start 1 year in advance. And when you don't know that, obviously you don't start the application. And that's why later in the year, whenever you are starting to apply, the only option available to you is the regular decision application, which is completely fine, because according to what I've seen, probably 70% of the international students that I've seen apply in the regular decision application, which is completely fine. I mean, it's totally fine. There is still a lot of scholarship opportunities available to you in the regular decision application, and you can still apply through the Common App. Now, one thing to note there is that not all universities will have all of these deadlines available. All the information will be on the Common App. So when you go on your Common App account and you add the universities to your My Colleges tab of your Common App, you will be able to see each deadline that university has, and then you can select which ones you would like to apply for. I hope that really helps you to understand each and every deadline. Let's make a quick overview. Early action is non-binding, but the deadlines are around 1st November. You can apply for it, but if you are accepted if you're accepted in early action to that university, then you are not bound to go to that university. You can still wait for the next 3-4 months, 5 months to hear back from other universities before you make a decision. Early decision is binding. As soon as you get into your early decision university, you will have to withdraw all the other applications that you have. All right. Now, early decision 2 is also binding. You will need to withdraw the other applications, but the deadline is not in November. It's probably in December or January. And regular decision deadlines are in January. It's with all the other regular students' applications, and this is the most popular application deadline. Now, one question that I get quite a lot is what happens if I apply early action and early decision, but I do not get enough funding? What if I don't get enough scholarships? Okay, so for early action, there's no problem. if you don't get enough scholarships and if you apply early action, then you're not bound to go to that university. So you can still wait to hear back from other universities and get their scholarship decisions. Early decision is the problem, you know. Early decision, since you're already signing contracts with universities and you are telling them that you want to go there, doesn't matter if the finances are okay or not, and you are definitely willing to go there. Now, for the most part, I have seen that universities are flexible. If you're not able to afford to go to that university, then they will cancel your contracts. Okay. But that is not, I mean, I'm not like 100% sure about that, because it really depends on a case by case basis. It depends on the university, it depends on the admissions officers. But overall, I feel like it can be a risk if you are applying early decision and if you're not sure if the university offers a full scholarship or not. If you apply to a random university which you have not done a lot of research, and you might not know if they even have a full scholarship or not, and you just apply to that university, and then you don't end up getting a full scholarship from there, and then what if they are not going to cancel your contract? Because if they don't cancel your contract, you cannot also go to another university which might offer you a higher scholarship. Okay, so there's a lot of research which needs to be done beforehand. But I hope that answers a lot of your questions. If you are interested in getting my advice on your application journey and coming up with strategic approaches to selecting the universities, to selecting which application deadline you should be using to maximize your chances of getting a full scholarship at any of these universities, then let me know, and text me, comment on this YouTube video, or you can also text me on my Instagram. Go on my website, look at all the information. I organize weekly Zoom sessions. So come to these Zoom sessions where I will be discussing the entire process of studying abroad and full scholarships especially. And then if I think that you have high enough grades, if you're a high achieving student, then I would also be willing to work with you on a personal basis where we can craft a strategic approach to working on your application journey, and hopefully help you also get a full scholarship at your dream university in America. So I hope all of this information was very helpful. I know that there are different processes and different things that you need to take care of, but one advice that I have for all of you is that start today. Do not waste time to start researching and doing all of these things. Do not waste your time. Start all of your research today and look forward to, and make notes, take notes and everything from as early as you can, from your 10th standard, 11th standard, whatever you can. Start as early as you can, and you will be fine. Don't worry. Thousands of students go through this process of applications in America, and they go through it. So you will also be more than happy to go through it, and you will reach all of your goals that you would like to achieve. Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye.